Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video in the James Charles Did It Again mini-series that we have going on here on the channel. I feel like that's a thing. It seems like every month, maybe not even every month, we come back with a video kind of just talking about the newest James Charles accusations or whatever it is, because this man is always getting himself into some trouble. Like, he's always, someone's always accusing him of doing something. He's always getting a TikTok made where he's getting accused of talking to a minor, or something's going on, right? An article comes out. It doesn't really matter the technicalities of it, but simply put, he's always getting himself into some trouble. And it seems like this is what, 8 videos or something now that we've made kind of talking about something, but this time we are not covering some talking to a minor allegations. This time we're covering something, I would say, much less illegal, okay? But before we get any further into the video, I just want to say that nearly half of you watching have yet to subscribe. I try to post multiple videos per day to keep you entertained, so consider leaving a like to help support and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss anything. Also, all of my socials are on the screen right now, so consider leaving a follow on these for more awesome content, and also consider grabbing a shirt if you're really awesome. Now to the rest of the video. So some more allegations about James Charles have come out. These ones aren't necessarily as bad as some of the other ones, but these ones are still pretty bad nonetheless, I guess. The 21-year-old multimillionaire has been engulfed in the fallout from an underage sexting scandal, temporarily losing monetization on YouTube and severing ties with Morph Cosmetics. Now Charles's former producer and creative director, Kelly Rocklin, is speaking out about her lawsuit against him, which alleges wrongful termination, disability, discrimination, failure to provide reasonable accommodation, and failure to provide minimum wage for overtime hours worked. Rocklin is 26 and was 23 when she worked for Charles for about 6 months in 2018. She spoke with Insider about her lawsuit and why she now feels she can speak publicly about her experience working for Charles. While Rocklin said she initially wanted to settle with Charles privately, she said he and his legal representation declined to settle during early conversations in 2019, indicating to Rocklin that they would prefer to litigate the dispute in private arbitration. In March 2020, Rocklin filed her complaint in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Charles declined to comment on Rocklin's claim to Insider, but filed a response to the complaint that denies all of her claims. In a video he posted to Twitter on May 10th, Charles accused Rocklin of taking her story to the media in an attempt to publicly pressure her into a higher settlement offer. Charles questioned why Rocklin spoke out now after the legal dispute had been going on for 2 years. Now, after she kind of started working for James, apparently his career kind of takes off or whatever. He starts making the most content that he'd ever made in his career, around 8 videos a month or whatever. Things start going well, he's making all this money, everything's going super great. But there was also some issues apparently behind closed doors that people didn't know about. In addition to working her more than 80 hours a week without overtime pay, according to Rocklin in her complaint, Rocklin told Insider that Charles seemed, quote, incredibly unprofessional. Quote, imagine having to go over and essentially pick James up out of bed, tell him to brush his teeth, tell him, okay, what do you want to eat? Okay, someone is coming to do your laundry. Okay, I'm gonna go get your laundry. Okay, I guess it's time to start filming. Okay, you don't want to film. Well, we both know you have to, so please let's think about it. She also said Charles walked around the house naked in front of her, calling Rocklin names like bitch, and once texted her, Kelly, I might need your help shaving my butt in preparation for a revealing Coachella outfit. Rocklin said Charles made her feel, quote, extremely uncomfortable. He was essentially a child when I met him, but also when it came to business matters and negotiations, he was all of a sudden this adult with a don't fuck with me vibe. I mean, a lot of people, honestly, though, are kind of, disinterested in doing work, though. I don't know if that's necessarily something you can fault him for. I'm pretty disinterested in doing videos a lot. I feel like people in my personal life pretty often have to tell me, hey, dude, you need to go make videos. Hey, dude, you need to go do some work. Hey, dude, you need to go figure it out, bro. That's happened to me personally. Yeah, maybe someone hasn't had to literally come to my house and pull me out of bed or anything crazy like that, but I mean, yeah, people get unmotivated, and I can understand why that would be difficult to work with and whatnot, but of course, then you got things like, I might need help shaving my butt? Bro, it's just not something you ask an employee to do, right? What are you doing, bro? I can't imagine even asking somebody else that question. How the fuck are y'all this comfortable with people, bro? I don't know. I'm sorry, but you are never gonna catch me walk up to somebody like, hey, yo, bro, I know I pay you, right? You're literally on payroll for Optimus here. Will you shave my fucking ass for me, bro? It's just not going down. I got Coachella in 25 minutes, and this outfit, it grips tight up there, bro. I'm not trying to have a stray hair. I can kind of understand that complaint a little bit. Due to what she says was the breadth of her role, Rocklin's daily schedule was unpredictable, she said. I would wake up at 6 in the morning and not know what time I was going over to James, as she told Insider. Was I going over at 6? Am I going over at 8, 10? Am I staying until 8 at night? Leaving at 4 a.m.? Am I sleeping over? I don't know what my day is going to look like. Charles denied being lazy in his May 10th video and described Rocklin's claims as, quote, absolutely ridiculous, absurd, untrue, defamatory. I can't believe I just fumbled that. Defamatory. I almost fumbled it again. Just the craziest things you could ever imagine. My team is like family to me. I love them all so much, and you guys know a lot of them from being in the back of my YouTube videos, Charles said in the video. I stand behind the fact that they are very, very well taken care of. Less than a week before shit hit the fan with her job, Rocklin said she was pleasantly surprised to get a meaningful gift from Charles. She told Insider he surprised her with the same Louis Vuitton necklace he gifted to his manager, brother, and best friends. James had said, obviously this doesn't count, this isn't your annual bonus, but I just wanted to say thank you, I love everything you're doing, sister. I was his person, Rocklin said. Long story short, a few days later, this concussion thing kinda happens at a nail salon. Rocklin falls and hits her head. She was diagnosed with this concussion. She was instructed to take a week off to recover, but then claims that she could have actually done her job for James if she was actually provided with actual accommodations. But then she was called over by James to have a personal meeting in which James Charles basically in a very shitty way fired her, which has kind of led to this, and James Charles kind of tried to get ahead of the entire story. There was also some other, I guess, little minor allegations made, one of which was that James Charles consistently says the N-word. Apparently he says it in front of his friends all the time, and that was one of the things that she wanted to make public for whatever reason. Now, when it comes down to all this, right, I mean, like, I feel like a lot of YouTubers are probably really hard to work with, and somebody, especially on the level of, like, James Charles, right, he's kind of like a legitimate celebrity, right? I can understand it being pretty hard to work for him, and I can understand he probably has, like, a massive fucking ego and whatnot, but they are definitely in the middle of a massive legal battle, and some of these things I have a couple questions about, right? Like, this is a years-long legal dispute, and all of a sudden, this is now the time in which all of this is coming out, right? Like, none of this stuff was brought out until now. James Charles has come out and basically insinuated that Rocklin, the woman making these allegations, is basically kind of like a clout chaser / money-hungry person who does this. Now, Rocklin actually worked for Erica Costell in the past, and actually sued her as well. And earlier this year, settled with Erica Costell after suing and claimed that she failed to pay wages. Now, she says she can't discuss any of that because part of the agreement of the lawsuit was that she couldn't say anything about it, but there is kind of a history with this woman in kind of chasing after YouTubers she's worked with for money, claiming that they didn't pay wages and they were unfair and things like that. So I can kind of understand where James can make the point like, oh, she's just doing this for money. And she already tried to settle with them, like, early on in this entire thing. She wanted to settle privately and, like, try to get money early on, and James Charles' team kind of denied it. They said, no, we're not doing this, we're not settling with you, we kind of want to go through court and, like, fight this. Now, I'm not saying that she's lying outright or anything, but I'm saying I can definitely see where James is going to try and make that point. But on the other hand, I can definitely see where she can make some gripes, like, you can't just be asking people to shave your asshole, bro. Like, that's definitely not something you do, man. And was it hard working for James Charles? I can definitely make the assumption, yes. It would definitely be hard working for a big YouTuber, especially the hours probably are gruesome. And I'm sure that there probably are, especially like big YouTubers and stuff, they probably don't pay adequate wages. They probably don't keep very good track of shit like that. But this is really just going to be a big he said, she said kind of situation. I don't really think there's going to be any good outcome for this. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, kind of just checking out the new James Charles allegations as if it's like a new fucking episode of South Park, and signing out.